What's going on, y'all? I have some big breaking news. Gervonta Davis versus Lamont Roach 2 has officially been announced. The Gervonta Davis versus Lamont Roach rematch will take place on August 16th in Las Vegas, sources tell the Ring's Mike Coppinger. I'm very glad that they actually did not wait too long for them to come together and make this rematch happen and to announce the rematch. I know initially this rematch was scheduled and was supposed to happen on June 21st, but unfortunately that date had fell through. So now it looks like they're going with August 16th in Las Vegas. And another reason why I'm glad they didn't take too long for them to agree on a rematch is because when rematches happen, sometimes it takes away from future fights happening, from the big future fights happening. But with the exception on how great this fight was the first time around, I'm really excited to see these guys go at it again for a second time. It was a very, very close fight, and Lamont Roach definitely gave Gervonta Davis a run for his money. The way I see this fight playing out the second time around is I think Gervonta is going to correct his mistakes that he made, come with a little bit more power, and he's going to pull off the win. Now, seeing how tough of a fighter that Lamont Roach is, I think I might see this fight going the distance this time, though. I think Gervonta is just going to have to probably just outwork and outbox Lamont Roach and not really worry too much about getting the knockout, because I still think Gervonta Davis is by far the more talented fighter and talented boxer than Lamont Roach is. So I just think if he comes in there with his game plan is just to outbox Lamont Roach, but to make him feel his power, I definitely think that Gervonta Davis will end up getting the win this time around. And this time it's just gonna have to be by decision, though. That's in my opinion what I think will happen. Also, I wanted to discuss the new lightweight division rankings. So Gervonta Davis is now number 1. Keyshawn Davis is number 2. Shakur Stevenson is number 3. William Zepeda is number 4. Raymond Morotai is number 5. Andy Cruz is number 6. Frank Martin is number 7. Denis Baranchyk is number 8. Tevin Farmer is number 9. And Sam Noakes is number 10. Now, I know what everybody is saying. Well, what happened to Vasyl Lomachenko? They unfortunately took off Vasyl Lomachenko from the lightweight division rankings because of his inactivity and the time he is taking off from outside of the ring, or from being inside of the ring. So, I mean, it's unfortunate to see Vasyl Lomachenko being taken off the lightweight division list, because it just doesn't look right. It just doesn't feel right not seeing his name in the weight class. It really doesn't. But like I said, due to the time that he is taking off from boxing, I can definitely understand why they would decide to do that, because why keep him on there when he hasn't been in the ring for quite some time now, and there's other potential prospects and great fighters to be placed inside the top 10. Hell, I would even make the guess to say that Lamont Roach could crack the top 10 in another year or two. I definitely would not doubt that. Lamont Roach is a pretty damn good and talented fighter. I definitely think he has the potential to be in the top 10 in the lightweight division. But with that being said as well, is who could Gervonta Davis possibly fight next, even after this rematch? So a couple of names, obviously, that I've heard being thrown and floated around was, of course, number one is the Shakur Stevenson fight. Everybody wants Gervonta and Shakur to finally square off and get this thing done. I personally think that Gervonta and Shakur will be fighting next at some point, hopefully early next year. I know Shakur will be fighting Zepeda in July, and then Gervonta in August. So after their fights happen, I don't see the reason of them not coming together to fight each other. I think they should absolutely get this one done, and that should be the next fight for the both of them. Personally, I do think so. And also, is Gervonta Davis, well, I've been hearing this from Jake Paul, that him and Gervonta have a fight set up, or they're talking behind the scenes to try to get a fight set up. Now, personally, I just don't see this happening. I do not see Gervonta Davis fighting Jake Paul, but hell, you really just never know nowadays. There could be a very big purse, a very big bag for Gervonta for him to fight Jake Paul, and he might just take the fight. You just never know. But I personally just do not see it happening. And even if they did fight, I see Gervonta Davis winning pretty easily. But like I said, I'm really hoping that the next fight for Gervonta Davis is the Shakur Stevenson fight. I don't want to see him fight Jake Paul. I really don't care to see him fight Jake Paul. I want to see him fight Shakur Stevenson. But that's all I have for today, y'all. Hope y'all enjoyed this video. Please give it a like, subscribe to the channel, turn on your post notifications for me, and leave your thoughts and comments below. And I will catch y'all next time in the next video. All right? Peace.